Welcome to the In Season podcast, rated R for language.
None of us are doctors or neurologists. Things you're about to hear are opinions of people living with epilepsy or seizures. These are firsthand experiences. Epilepsy can cause speech problems, and medications are hard to pronounce, so please bear with me. Epilepsy can cause bad memory, so some stories will be repeated. I'm Pookie. Get ready.
Okay, but how do you know it's going to be a seizure? Does anyone else constantly think they're getting auras, dizziness, migraine throughout the day and assume a seizure is coming, but then it just doesn't? I've canceled so many plans because it was like, oh, yikes, I'm going to have a seizure. And then it never comes. Well, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but I hate that I can't seem to tell when I'm actually going to have one or not. Is there a better way to tell if you're going to have one? For context, I usually only get a brief, end quote, feel sick, dizzy moment before my seizures. I don't really remember what it feels like at all because it's so fleeting. It comes and goes immediately. Usually it happens anywhere from 15 times up to 4 hours before the seizure. And then I'm fine again until the seizure happens. I get the hiccups at the worst moments. You guys think it's the medication?
It's definitely the meal.
The first comment says, by the time I know it's going to be a seizure, it's too late to do anything. Same here. Another one says, the feeling that a seizure is coming on is a seizure, called a focal aware seizure. Sometimes you can fend off a seizure by just laying down when you feel that aura. Resting goes a long way. An aura is a seizure, so don't believe that. That's what I was told. Another one said, I have major auras, which I have come to understand that there are many seizures. Massive deja vu that lasts for seconds. That's straight from last night or a very recent dream. I'm starting to call them time travel events. It gets weird. I've been diagnosed for about 3 of the past years, and I'm starting to liken everything for the first law of thermodynamics, that we're all just energy, just waiting to change form from one thing to another. Seizures could just be energy leaking from cracks in the conduits of our brains. Enough energy leaks out and seizure occurs. The amount of energy will depend on the severity of the seizure, wavelength, frequency, and flow rate. Our energy flows like everything else.
That's making the best of it. Talking about it like it's a time travel event and almost making it fun.
Right, so we pray for the best.
Somebody's talking about triggers here. Apart from sleep, food, physical activity, have you noticed any crisis triggers that you can control? Because, for example, I noticed that stress is also a very common cause of absences, but it is a factor that is relatively dependent on my will. I find the stressful events are the hardest ones to control because that's not a really sensitive trigger for me. So it's only the shit that happens completely unexpected and causes like some heavy stress that might actually be the trigger. So stress is like the one that I know I can't control. Anybody else notice certain triggers being more powerful than others?
Oh yeah, definitely. Stress was here. I mean, some stress, absolutely. Like, uh, I always, I hated. I've said this 100 times before. I hated college, and it was not good for me. It was part of tons of things that were affecting my life at a certain point. But that was only a few years of school of my life, but I got out of that, and other stressful things were affecting me, and but yeah, stress is horrible, and but I can remove myself from stressful situations. So um heat is a trigger. That's what we're talking about, right? Triggers.
Yeah, it's the severity of triggers, like which ones are more likely to cause seizures.
Okay, yeah. Stress, heat, no sleep, bad diet, I would say, are my top ones. And some of them can be controlled. And the weird thing about sleep is this may or may not be good advice. I know we're not supposed to take Tylenol PM, but I rarely take it because it's like more dangerous to go on 4 hours sleep. It I know it's better to get the full sleep as opposed to playing. Ugh, you figure it out. I don't feel like finishing that sentence. It's better to
Yeah,
risk
it's
it
hard.
with,
It's harder to regulate your sleep.
yeah,
Risk having a seizure with not enough sleep.
you know what the hell I'm talking
Then
about.
yeah, something like that. Somebody's saying here that sleep deprivation, stress, missed meds by 3 or more hours, caffeine, and that false sweetener that I can never pronounce.
Yeah.
So that's another strict trigger for some people. I can always go more than 3 hours though without a dose. I don't usually plan on having a seizure unless I actually miss 2 doses. But then again, that was before I cut the meds, so maybe it does take effect faster for people who just have less of it in their system. Not getting into superfluous arguments is a pretty easy to control. For me, I usually go over my threshold if I have 1 or 2 triggers with a tiny bit of stress sprinkled on top. That stress can be physical or mental. It can be fatigue from a workout or any form of discomfort, argument, frustration with a task, stressing your body out with physical activity. There's a lot of different ways to trigger that little bit of stress to send you over your threshold. Aspartame, that's a sweetener thing, is a huge one that not enough people talk about. A diet soda will trigger a seizure. It is said that there is conflicting evidence, but I've always had seizure after consuming aspartame. The only one that does not trigger a seizure is the the one in gum, since you don't swallow the gum. That might just be something that this person's threshold is low on.
The
Have you guys
sweetener
ever
is
heard any? Yeah,
aspartame.
aspartame. Okay, thanks. Have you
Yeah.
guys ever had any troubles with that as a trigger?
Nope, when the seizure comes, it just comes and I'm told after. I don't know how long it is, but it seems like I'm just out for a few seconds.
So cream soda, I've experienced that complication before, not Sprite, only diet sodas. Also sweet and low, fake sugar for coffee, but definitely not regular sodas. Cite your sources if you claim otherwise. And
See,
okay, never mind. They just corrected their own comment saying they found that okay. Mark, help me out here. Aspartame? I think so. Never in brand name sodas that are not diet. Most drinks don't have aspartame or acesulfame, but for those that do, be careful, there will be a seizure. Even a nurse unknowingly gave me a diet 7-Up once and I had a seizure while seeing my neuropsychiatrist. Sorry about that. My brain interrupted your responses the first time. Okay. Wow, that's got to be an embarrassing one. Anybody ever have a seizure with a medical professional before? I mean, not when you were supposed to in one of those EMU stays, just at some like random doctor's appointment.
But the ambulance, I mean, in the ambulance on the way to the hospital,
Okay.
that doesn't
They
count.
knew what to do. Yeah, that counts. That would lead to the question though, did they know what to do? I'd be interested in the response.
I believe they already had the IV in, so yeah, they knew what to do.
Okay. Medication side effects is the question on this one. Thought I've had a persistent slight cold for the last couple of months. When I wake up streaming snot every time I blow my nose, there's a tiny bit of blood. Turns out lamotrigine causes sinus issues a lot, so I'm not sure if it'll ever go away. Also, they call it cognitive dulling. I've been on these meds since the beginning of February and I can feel myself losing IQ points daily. Is cognitive dulling a thing? What is that? Sounds like some medical way of just saying you
Yeah,
don't have that IG or yeah, IQ. All right, cognitive dulling they're calling a form of mental fatigue. Oh, that's brain fog.
yeah.
Concentrating, forgetfulness, exhaustion, confusing. Yeah. Comments are telling them, I'm really glad I read this. I've been taking lamotrigine for about a year now, and so far I don't think I've had side effects, but I'm on a low dose. I'll probably be increasing soon though. Thought this was something to keep in mind. Yeah, and that's all they're saying. That I take lamotrigine and that didn't happen to me.
I take lamotrigine and that didn't happen to me.
I still take
Oh, okay.
lamotrigine and I don't have any problems with it.
No sinus issues at all?
None at
Nope.
all. Not one.
Good.
Just allergies, and I've had them since I was a kid.
Oh, okay. So it really is just hit or miss with all these pills.
It is, I think it's really depends on the person entirely.
Right. Know your body. Person by person. Not everything is made for everyone.
Questions about seizures. I've seen basically no one talk about this, and it makes me look crazy whenever I feel the aura of a seizure coming on, and suddenly the words around me become jumbled. They don't make sense. I feel so lost right now. And that's all they're saying. I guess they're just asking for advice on what to do. Saying it's different for everyone. Okay, so between the aura, like when you get the aura, does anything help the rest of the seizure or whatever's going to happen? Make it easier, maybe?
I wonder if that was an aura that I was going through the other day. Was that an aura, you think? It just feels like something's going wrong as soon as possible.
I would think so. Because you weren't all the way there. Didn't have the same concentration.
I was going to say I was kind of there. I didn't have the concentration, but I was there.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Lost
had
and
words.
confused. But, yeah.
Okay, they said that does sound like an aura, but those are commonly confused with absent seizures.
So auras are get confused with absent seizures, you said. So I basically had an absent seizure.
Yeah, you were
Or
definitely aware. So focal aware seizures is the kind of seizure that I always hear associated with aura, because you are aware, but you can still have changes of sensation, emotion, vision, smell, taste, and that can be the beginning of a tonic-clonic or like a a worse one if it generalizes.
Does sinuses have anything to do
Yeah,
with
if it's all those senses.
no, I'm saying does sinuses have anything to do with like I just ate something hot, my nose is kind of running, or is that just a hot thing?
I would think that's just a heat thing. That can happen from a cup of tea.
Yeah, these buffalo wings are hot.
Oh yeah, that happened with the peppers too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not just a me thing.
Yeah.
No, that's because you ate spicy food.
Yeah,
You'll
That's
feel
fair.
it tomorrow.
right. Cheese from that pizza is likely gonna be the dairy, so I'm going through a lot right now. But it was delicious and I'm hungry. It was cheap.
There you go, but you need some nourishment.
Good
How's
cheap.
your head? How's your head feel?
Feels pretty good.
See? It's worth it then.
Good quality.
Your head feels better.
Yeah, that was breakfast and it's 5 p.m. About to be 6 in 5 minutes. So
Look at all you've accomplished today.
I got a post here. Says, I feel like I made a mistake. I personally do not have epilepsy, but my partner does. He had 6 seizures today. I called the paramedics because it was far worse.
6.
Far worse than anyone I've ever seen before. I am typing and shaking. Everything is going fine. Everything is going fine until they took him to do a TC scan. I could hear his screaming in pain, screaming for help, screaming to get him off of him. I can't unhear those screams. I still hear them, and it's been minutes since we left the CT area. After CT scan, we all got in the elevator, and one of the accompanying officers asked me, "How am I doing?" My face says it all. I am now currently waiting in the ICU room alone, but my blood is boiling. The nurses who have left the room were laughing and making conversation with each other. It's fucking disgusting. I understand that you can't work in a hospital and be sad all the time, but it was really a heartless moment to be laughing. I do not know how I feel other than worry, disgust, and rage. Thank you for listening. Any advice would help. I really don't have a lot of support and no one to help me process what the hell we're going through. For a situation like that, when you gotta listen to your husband crying, it's something that just comes with epilepsy. Like I've cried and screamed and tried to run away from the police and ambulance and stuff like that. But my mom just came to me and she was like, "Get in the ambulance. They're going good. They're gonna take care of you." Stuff like that. But yeah, I can see how he would be in the back and she'd be hearing him and tripping. Happens like that. He probably doesn't know where he's at. He doesn't know who anyone is. Doesn't know what's going on, and he knows you're not there. So that would be the thing that would make me cry and scream like a baby. They say you start turning into a toddler. Someone told me I threw a tantrum like a toddler. So imagine him back there throwing a tantrum, and you're not there to be the mommy to coddle him or whatever the case, the girlfriend to coddle. Yeah.
Especially when it seems like that patient might only actually respond to your presence and you can't even go with the EMTs. That's rough.
Yeah, I know
But
what you
that's
mean.
another time that children prove their, how amazing they are. For when I was told I was having a rough one, and daughter was the one who told me this is how it happens. You're okay. We're okay. This is the part where you go do this. And my mother said I shut up. That I listened to Talia when she was telling me exactly what I was supposed to do, and this is how it goes. But I was more of a mess when, then husband was getting carted away and I couldn't go. So yeah, kids are awesome.
As someone who has them, thank you for being there for him. You don't know how much it means. You made no mistake. Don't let others get to you. Another person says, "Hi, I'm also a partner of someone who has seizures. It's really, 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 really hard on you. It does feel very lonely, but please try and get therapy. I am so sorry you and your partner went through that today, and I'm sending so much love. PTSD is common with partners, people with epilepsy. I'm sorry the nurse staff didn't offer you a safe place during this horrible experience. Take care of yourself and look into some support outlets like therapy or epilepsy groups like this one, or epilepsy groups. Those people will understand it's not a joke. I am so sorry, love. This is beyond stressful. Sending love and hugs and support your way. Hope things settle down and get back to stable footing. Last time I had a seizure at home, I was stuck in my head. E.g., E.G. What does that mean?
For example,
So it says last time I had a seizure at home, I was stuck in my head. E.G. Could think but not talk, and started tearing up and hugged my wife as I went into the ambulance. She waited for a sitter for our son before meeting me at the hospital. One of our EMTs laughed when he saw me starting to cry. My wife, a short-fused Italian woman, that man almost never saw tomorrow. Brain chemistry and epilepsy. I've had so many generalized seizures in my life. It's always made me overthink the negative outcomes they have on brain chemistry. I've fallen into countless depression episodes thinking my life is ruined and my brain will never be normal. But I just did a deep dive on the positives it can cause. And honestly, I couldn't feel more comforted. Epilepsy is obviously linked to memory loss, depression, anxiety, ADHD, and loads of other mood and sensory disorders, but it's also linked to heightened empathy, sensitivity, and creativity. It can also change your taste in music, hobbies, interests, passions, personality, and might be the reason you gravitate towards certain things. There's cases of people with epilepsy discovering musical talents, composing music, creating art after seizures, because the seizure stimulated their temporal lobe. This deep dive genuinely might have saved me. I thought you kind of sounded like kind of a genius.
Yeah, to find that perspective on it and anything saying this might have saved me.
Yeah, I haven't took a deep dive in myself, and I've been still going through it. So you're doing something right. Yeah, I need to take a deep dive because I might notice some signs that I don't have. Thought I was diving deep, knowing people with epilepsy. That's pretty much worked for me for the most part.
Or it's allowed you to put off doing your own deep dive.
One of the comments here says, a few years ago, I decided to turn my epilepsy into a positive, change my outlook on life for the better. Another one says, I don't really talk about this much because people tend to dismiss it as a woo-woo, end quote, woo-woo. But I have been doing transcendental mediation or meditation for a year or so now. And I swear there's a connection between sleep paralysis and epilepsy and out of the body experiences. I can elaborate further if anyone is interested. Someone else said, I would love to hear about this more. I love the scientific, spiritual aspects of all this. One person here says, epilepsy has made me a lot more thorough at work, LOL. I have a bunch of fail safes to check myself. Another one, I think that any approach that makes you feel better and reduce anxiety is valid. I may have epilepsy. I basically can't find work, even if my life depended on it, but I can give all my time to something I'm really passionate about, which is something a lot of people die without this opportunity. How do people get groceries while their license are suspended? I have had nondescript seizure disorder for a few years now. I go seizure free for months at a time. Then I will have a random unprovoked seizure. I am wondering how people get from one place to another when their license are suspended. I live in a rural area where the nearest grocery store is about 60 miles away. I use a bike to get to and from work, which I think is safe since my seizure takes an hour to go from severe headache to complete blindness and losing control over my arms. I do not have violent seizures. I just cannot move my arms and, end quote, become dumb. As other people have put it, I have friends and family that drive me everywhere, but my family has their own health problems that prevent driving many days, and I do not want to completely rely on my friends to take me to the grocery store. My friends are willing to drive me, but I don't want to be completely reliant on them since they have their own lives and stuff. None of the stores near me deliver to my house since I live in the middle of nowhere. There is no public transport. I can drive, but I do not want to get caught with a suspended license. I'm willing to ride my bike since I know I can stop and pull over anywhere with it and not be a threat to anyone. If I do have a seizure and it's not like I can't get moving at a dangerous speed with the pedal bike and hills everywhere. I almost got my license back this year, but then I had a seizure a few weeks ago and it's been gone again. I'm surprised I even got to go back with it. How do you get around and get groceries without a license? He does not want to depend. Does not want to depend on family or friends. So there's that. How do you get around without friends and family? And for me, I'm not in a rural area, so I can Instacart, DoorDash, all that stuff. And getting around, I'm real reckless, I could say. I don't like what's the word? I don't like when some people feel like you have to ask for permission because of your disability. So I just get up and go. I feel like I'm feeling good on a good day. I can go and I don't have to go, hey, I'm gonna go to the store right now. Yeah, stuff like that. I get up and go, which is kind of reckless. I don't really think about it. I think I'm feeling good today. Why not? why waste my time going to go tell another adult that I'm gonna go be an adult in public? Only on days where I'm actually feeling good, and I can tell I'm feeling good. But other than that, I just go about my day and my life and hope for the best. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Exactly.
location on your phone, worst case scenario. That's the only way I get away with it.
I need to turn that on. And so I also do have that check my location stuff, but it's kind of I don't know, my personal life feels like it's been taken over sometimes. I don't want you to know I'm sitting at the corner. Like I'm only sitting at the corner. Like why do you need to know that? But yeah.
You don't mind if it's only your mom checking in. If it's
Oh,
only
man.
mom or sister, then maybe it's not too invasive. That's how I had to, come to terms.
It's siblings. Sometimes
That's
I
a
want
little
you
too
to
much
know,
sometimes, though.
yeah, but I don't want people to worry when I'm sitting, like I said, I'm sitting at the corner for too long. I'm sitting at the train station and wondering how come he hasn't moved in 45 minutes and the train hasn't come.
They're gonna actually be tracking you.
You don't need to
Yeah,
pull up.
exactly.
You don't need to pull up to my location because I've been sitting here for 2 hours. Hanging
Yo.
out with friends over there. James, you got something?
Oh no, I just said yup. I was just agreeing with you.
It
That's
is
all,
better than
but
FaceTime. If they're saying they actually want to like see where you're at and what you're doing, then the only other way to do that is FaceTime, and then your phone's gonna be
I've done
dead.
that too. That's more comfortable than knowing my every step.
yeah.
But there's some comments here. One says we use Walmart Plus membership, which includes free shipping. It has been such a blessing for me. I have chronic autoimmune issues, and my 20-year-old now has seizures and can't drive, and my 18-year-old has PNES, and doesn't have a license. It relieves a lot of pressure from my husband to do grocery shopping on his time off. On his time off work, the membership was like $50 a year or so. I think there was a discount if you went through Burger King website to get Walmart membership, and I believe there's a discount for those with disability or SSI. We do use Amazon sometimes with our Prime membership, but if course, I'm assuming they want to put of course, but of course, more grocery options from Walmart. Good luck to you. Someone says this is a good conversation to have, honestly. This is an issue because some people start their adult lives with their licenses and then suddenly lose them. Yeah. I didn't have to go through that because I was a teen, but I had just got my driving permit. And then like a few weeks later, I was like, wow, they said I can't drive. I was like thinking, how long is this gonna last? And then I just never got a car. And once I got old enough, I was like, I can't drive. I'm having seizures all the time. And yeah, that was that. So I
It's
don't
still a
drive.
good thing you didn't have a chance to get in an accident.
Oh no, I did. I had the
Oh.
chance and I took the opportunity. Did not want to take the opportunity, but yeah, I had the chance. And
The opportunity.
I hit the center divide, and then the airbag hit me and it woke me up. Then I pulled over and I continued that same seizure. Or you could consider it maybe
Damn,
another
bro.
seizure. I don't know if that considered another seizure. The airbag bring you to and pull over and have another one, or does it continue the same one?
Anytime you regain consciousness, that's a cluster. That's the end of one and the beginning
Yeah,
of another.
with that, I was gonna say that would be a cluster if the airbag brought you to awareness and then you went back into unconsciousness.
Especially
Yeah,
if you can remember. That's probably a good sign too.
yeah. Only thing I don't remember is pressing on the gas. We were at the stoplight and you got to turn. You can turn on red, but no, you can't turn on red. As soon as the light turns green to make the right, I turn right and hit the center divide. Yeah, so there's that. Airbag hit me. I woke up, looked around. Then I drove to the side where you park or whatever. You guys know the outside lane. I got over there and there was a scraping noise I paid no attention to, which was the bumper dragging in the ground. And then, yeah, drove to the safe park, got out. Well, no, I think I laid down. I knew it was coming. So that time I did get to kind of lay my seat back a little bit, but I think I did it unconsciously. because she said when I pulled over, I just threw my seat back like this, and then I continued to have a seizure. So it was an unconscious thing done. So maybe, yeah, I don't remember doing that part, but yeah, I remember afterwards. I was on the ground, and there was a guy running towards us with a Santa suit on because it was Christmas Day. He had just left work, and he was a doctor. And he seen it, and he pulled over, and he was running towards us because he drove past us. So all I woke up seeing is a guy in a Santa suit coming towards us, and I was very confused. I didn't get up and run, but I was very confused. So there's that. Kate, you crashed your car again?
3 times.
Okay,
The
yeah.
most memorable one that they won't let me forget is when I just waved at the cop and drove away. Instead, I just kept going on like it was nothing. Somebody must have called when I was on my way out of the parking lot because it happened. There was this little bridge connecting, crossing the canal between 2 like one-way streets right in downtown Vero, and that's not the best place to have a crash. But
I know
nobody
Vero
else was
is.
involved.
Crashed a car when I was 16. Only had a permit, but yeah, it was just uh, pretty sure it was a myoclonic seizure, and I just slammed on the brake really quick, and thankfully nobody was there, and I was just turning the corner. Yeah, slammed into the side of the house. Yeah, I think I've told the story before, and yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was like, I'm a nervous driver, so I was just very nervous, and so I was just pulling in, and just drove into the hedges. So, but like I
Didn't do
said,
any damage, did you?
thankfully nobody was there on the sidewalk. So yeah,
You didn't do any damage to the house or the car, did you?
I didn't hit the house. I on the side of covering my uh going around my house is these like really thick, like 6 foot tall hedges. So they really took the force of the car. They yeah, they were very strong hedges. So I didn't really go into the side of my house. I hit the hedge, and if you can imagine, that the hedges, the car was like lifted up on the hedges. That's how strong the hedges were.
It's
They
hedges.
can
Damn.
they can lift a whole car. That's how
Individual.
strong they were. Yeah.
So was
So we
that enough
had
to
to,
total the car?
yeah. Oh, well, I mean, the car wasn't totaled or anything. It was just lifted up on the hedges.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Did you drive after that?
No,
Haven't
never
been out
drove since. I there was a few times I actually did have to technically drive, but that's it's very complicated, and
Everything went straight through.
I can't. It's. I mean, yeah, like I mean, I yeah, it's weird and a very long story, and I didn't want to drive, but
got nothing but time.
I yeah, it just involves other people. Like I had to like just pull the car in or whatever. So
Glad
I
you made
mean,
it out safe.
I'm glad you're here today. Glad
Yep.
to know you and all that good stuff.
like like I was just helping other people. So like like you know, like someone was like incapacitated. So I obviously just pulled the car in for other people. I was just doing them a favor.
Did you crash?
No harm done.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Wait, you did crash, pulled into the spot?
Oh no, this was a separate incident. Like I this was many years later. You know, I did, you know, I this was I was doing something from my father, and he I you know he's an elderly man, and you know, so you know I just drove the car for him.
There you go.
I just I don't want to get into too many. I'm aware this is on record, so I don't want to
Yeah.
implicate anything. I'm just
No big
saying,
deal. That's fine.
you know, yeah,
Anybody else ever just wanted to get back behind the wheel, whether it be some kind of recreational vehicle or shit, sledding? I felt like I was doing something special when we went sledding.
yeah.
Mark, you got a crash car story?
It wasn't seizure related, but I did total a car. It was in a very heavy Florida rainstorm, and there was um a
Water?
cop car up, excuse me, up ahead of the vehicle ahead of me. And I mean, there was space between us, but it was raining like really, really hard. And the cop flipped on his lights quickly and did a U-turn. And, I mean, whatever, emergency, cops, right? Um, so the guy in front of me hit his brakes really quickly. Um, I hit mine. My wheels lock up and I start hydroplaning. I have no control. Um, I ran into the guy in front of me and airbags, and I hate the smell of airbags. Um, and yeah, the the guy in front of me had whiplash apparently, and that cop did another U-turn back around and gave me a ticket. So,
You got a ticket?
huh?
For hydroplaning, you get a ticket?
I got a ticket because I rear-ended the guy. Um, yeah.
I sorry, I'm in the dark. As long as we're talking about non-seizure related car crashes, I have one. A long time ago, before there were airbags and before seatbelts were mandatory, I went to a drive-in movie theater with my girlfriend, and on the way home, the road sort of curved and I missed the curve and hit a pole. And uh, and then I have one that's sort of epilepsy related. Uh, right when was actually the last incident before I stopped driving, I was coming home from the store and I parked too wide and I damaged my neighbor's car and the front of my car. And that was when I decided to stop driving.
Well, good morning there.
Just really, really tired. I haven't driven a car since 2011, so I don't really have much to add to that story. I
Have
did
you crashed?
I I did crash a car. Um, it wasn't because of a seizure. Um, though. Um, so yeah, I haven't had anything seizure related um to do with my driving. It was just one once they got frequent enough, it just wasn't worth it to me to put not only myself in danger, but maybe another family, in danger, on the freeway in that minivan, next to me if I were to have one while doing, 75 on the freeway. I don't want to hit them
The speed limit is
injure
65
them.
out here.
And what's up?
The speed limit is 65 out here. Where are you going 75?
I I don't know, man. That's how long it's been. That's how long it's been since I've
Any
driven. I don't
highway?
know what I don't know the laws anymore, man. But
We're
but you know
basically
but you
exit away. And
but on it but seriously though, you know what I'm trying to say though. Like I just don't
yeah,
want to be I don't want to have that guilt over my head. Um, and then trying to get insurance, is going to be a lot more expensive, obviously, with having, having that hanging over it and just gas, cars, all that stuff's so much more expensive. Like I said, I've always worked at bicycle shops. I own a lot of bicycles. That's, that's my hobby. So I'm perfectly happy with riding my bicycle or taking other, means of transportation. So yeah, so that's why I didn't really have too much to add in there car wise, just because I haven't yeah. The only steering wheel I've touched over the last 15 years has been at Disneyland when I'm driving on Autopia going about what, like 6, 7 miles an hour, however fast those little cars go. That's the fastest I've driven for the last decade and a half.
right.
Somebody here is saying anyone else treat their epilepsy like fuck it. I get a lot of crazy looks because I'm kind of YOLO with my epilepsy. I take my meds, try to not have seizures, but I also do what I want to do and without letting my epilepsy stop me. Like I'm going rock climbing next week with a friend and they're like, dude, you can die. But I'm like, fuck it, I want to climb. I bike commute because it's a good way to get around and I enjoy it, even though my family tells me it's unsafe. My family tells me I shouldn't live alone, and I'm like, fuck it.
Yep,
YOLO.
That doesn't
yep.
sound like anything wrong with that. If you're climbing, yes, you still have to take the precautions, but you know, at least use some common sense. If you've already had a cluster, then maybe not same day.
Yeah, I mean either way, that's not exactly the most safe activity to do, epileptic or non-epileptic. Rock climbing's not the most safe hobby you can choose to do. So if you're gonna do it,
No, but I
just
mean, if this
yeah.
guy has experience, he knows what he's doing, and the seizures aren't totally uncontrolled, then I wouldn't totally just ditch every hobby and activity to be safe.
Oh, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying is just yeah, just still do it, still enjoy your life. Like I was just saying, I ride my bicycle everywhere. I mean, at any given moment I could have a seizure, while I'm riding my bicycle in the bicycle lane and then fall over into traffic and have a car run me over. That could happen at any moment. But but at the same time, I'm not just gonna sit at home and, let
Live your
it
life.
control my life and not do anything and I'm not gonna wrap myself in bubble wrap every time I leave the house, right? Like we still got to be human beings and go about our daily lives.
All the
Or you can
common
wear a
things can
helmet.
turn into horror stories. Yeah.
You can wear a helmet too. Or they're pretty good.
What's up?
So you can wear a helmet too. I heard they work
Oh,
pretty
I
good.
always I always do. I always do. I have multiple helmets.
I was
And I,
talking
I
about
try and I try and throw it in there anytime at school too, when I see, if I know a kid is riding their bike, or if I see them riding their bike or something, I always, throw in there some little comment about wearing a helmet, or letting them know about the hand signals you're supposed to do when you turn and everything. I try and keep these kids educated on that stuff, man. That could literally be the difference between life and death. Like, I know that sounds extreme, but seriously, it can be the difference between, getting hit by a car and not getting hit by one, and surviving something like that.
Saying I grew up riding dirt bikes, took a trip to Colorado recently to ride with some friends, had a long hiatus of not riding before this trip, and I'll admit I was kind of nervous. I had a blast and was all good, made some amazing memories, only fell in one creek. As for riding on the road, I don't trust people enough, and then the whole seizure thing. My dad still has a Harley I tinker on for him. Every now and then I'll just take it down the road to get that little rush, but that's a quick fix. If this seizure stuff never happened, I would have been motorcycle crazy. There's no telling how many bikes I would have owned by now. That's somebody who's definitely making the best of it.
I mean,
Still get that thrill.
I completely empathize with doing all these things. And before my seizures got really bad as a kid, when I was diagnosed, um, I suppose I did very dangerous things. I only had a few seizures a year, and I had a pool out there, and yeah, I went swimming alone all the time, and uh, my friends and I climbed trees and to the very top of them, and yeah, I was always around wooded areas. It was never a second thought, but never had a
Yeah.
seizure in a tree or anything. It was just, yeah. I think I always had a theory that exercise and living right like that, and the adrenaline actually helped, you know, prevent seizures for some reason. But you know, but you should always, yes, live safely and not do what I did. But
YOLO. You
yeah,
only live.
And appreciate the endorphins while you can.
yeah.
So Tom, what's your
Yeah,
thought on this one? We read a post about somebody's outlook, their perspective on not letting their epilepsy stop them from anything. The original post was talking about rock climbing next week and family advising against because it's just not safe, but they're saying, why not? Let's go for it. What's your perspective on this one?
Tom is the perfect person to ask, being that he's been going through this
That's
for 50 years.
Well, Tom 101 says,
Oh,
uh, hey, I do anything but drive. I ride a bike. Um, I work. I swim. I dive. Rock climb? I wouldn't do
yeah.
that if I didn't have seizures.
Hey, if it's not for you.
No.
your body.
So
My body isn't ready for rock climbing.
No, my body's in bad shape. A lot of it had to do from having a seizure. But I had
No.
back surgery, brain surgery. Yeah.
My brain's in bad shape.
Carrie, what's your take on that?
I agree with the poster, not letting it slow you down. Don't give up any hobbies or activities that you already have experience with and know how to practice safely. Listen to your own
Right.
body so you know if there's, if it's just not the right day to be out in the sun.
Don't be out there.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely don't miss out.
I agree, 100%. Pokey, what's your take on it?
You gotta run it back. I forgot the question.
You just asked
YOLO
me.
rock climber.
Rock climbing?
Yeah.
Back maybe 5 to 10 years ago, I'd be like, YOLO, let's just do it just because. I've kind of got a little more aware of my health and I kind of stopped doing some of that stuff, just going off of like you only live once, why not? I used to live like that. Why not? That was the thing. Instead of saying why, it was why not?
Why not?
Never find a why not, other than epilepsy. So that was a lot
You
of
weren't
why not.
epileptic then?
I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were. Okay.
I was just living reckless. I was like, hey, I got epilepsy, depressed about it. Just live as hard as we can, do whatever. And I couldn't
Okay,
find
Brian. Brian, how about you?
Brian? Oh, Kevin. It
Kevin.
said
Sorry.
insert brain.
Oh, brain? I know, I see. I've been on here a while. Go ahead.
I like to change it up. Oh, I think it's funny.
I remember my brain doesn't work that well, so it doesn't take much to confuse me. So anyway, Kev, what's up?
I think the human body needs. I think it craves being outside. I think it needs the sunlight. I think it needs physical activity. I think that makes it more. I think that's just the best thing for us. Even dangerous things like rock climbing. I think that's the most natural thing for the body.
Okay, Mark.
Gotta hear some surfing stories now.
I mean, I don't drive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta tell me you've been on a water ski or surfing.
No, I'm an indoor person. I'm the indoor nerd. I spent my time on computers in the library reading and stuff.
Okay.
And so I don't know. I wasn't exactly inclined towards that sort of adventurous outdoor stuff before being diagnosed with epilepsy. So
Okay.
the fact that I wouldn't do it isn't necessarily any commentary on epilepsy. I'd probably give it a go. If it's something I would have tried back then, I'd try now. I tend to be pretty open to experiences. I like roller coasters, so adrenaline, if that's any indicator.
There you go.
That's a
And you
big
can probably build
indicator.
it too.
Like to do things I know I'm not supposed to do. Where's the adrenaline for that? Yeah. Other
That's
than
a
like
rush.
alcohol, the drugs, and driving, I don't do that. Anything else? Hey,
Real quick, guys, I'm just gonna say peace out for I don't know, probably like a half hour or so. I'm just gonna go eat a meal with my parents real quick.
Enjoy.
So
Do it. Enjoy
yeah,
your meal.
I'll just see you guys. Yeah, I'll just see you guys in a little bit. but I'll definitely be
Eat
back
your
later
vegetables.
tonight. So yeah, take care, guys.
That's it,
See you in a
yeah,
little
eat your
bit.
veggies.
All right.
All right.
I think the best explanation on this one is a comment saying it's all about managing risks and listening to your body. I ski,
Yeah.
fastback, weightlift,
I
climb a
like that.
ton. Frankly, I can't imagine living a life without those things. So
Right.
as long as you can manage it and listen to your body.
Uh-huh.
What about you, Tom? Do you do any extreme sports, or did you? Have you throughout your life?
I was a springboard diver. But besides that, I was on a swim team. Extreme sports, no. I rode dirt bike for a while. Never had a seizure.
Nice. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I never rode a jet ski. Haven't did much water stuff because I got epilepsy as a teen. So I was
Those
like,
things
I
are
don't
heavy.
get in the water anyway.
And I was
And,
13
oh
when I
man,
I was diagnosed.
yeah, about a while ago for me. 20 years ago flew by. Sometimes yesterday doesn't feel that far away. I mean, those days didn't feel that far away.
Especially when
But
you
I
see
did
It seems
pictures.
like
see what?
And when you see pictures, definitely doesn't seem that far away.
I thought you
I
said
don't have
Tetris.
any pictures. I don't have any pictures myself.
Google always comes back and shows me pictures. 7 years ago, you were here doing this at 6
Exactly.
p.m.
Amazon, Google, they all do it.
Yeah, 4 years ago, you were
Yeah,
here.
right. Facebook.
Yeah, and it tells me the people who ran the picture. You've taken 6 pictures with this person. Would you like to see them?
I love how it lets you rename them too.
Yeah, just like all in your personal space. Like, I don't want you to
Yeah.
have a folder.
I don't even like this person anymore.
You
Right, we
can't
just
filter
happen
them
to be,
out.
we just happen to be in the same frame spot.
Exactly.
Uh,
I spent hours trying to figure out how to filter this, organize the photo album, and it won't let me.
yeah, every time I take a picture, and like when I'm on the iPhone, it has the location and the time.
The phone gotta let you know it's keeping track.
Yeah, or people send me pictures and I save it. They don't tell me you got this picture from this person. Sometimes I don't exactly want to remember those things, just like the picture.
Hate when you try to like hold something down to copy it, and it like takes their face out of the picture and wants to make it its own little sticker. That's annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's annoying too.
Yeah.
But that's technology.
Yeah,
YOLO, eh?
I got one here. It says, first, go ahead, Mark.
Before we move on, I am falling asleep here. I think I'm gonna call it a night real quick. So, it's been great talking to everybody.
Salam alaikum.
You too.
I'll see you.
Thanks for the
Good
thanks for
night,
those
Mark.
dispensary
Yeah.
ideas. I like the one that
Yeah.
delivers better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
We'll be here when we wake up.
Probably. Yeah. All right. See ya.
See ya.
Right.
All right.
I tried, well, I didn't try. I was going to try to go on those Facebook pages and input the link to this page, to this Zoom account, but I fell asleep,
That's
so
all
I
right.
didn't get a chance to do
Yeah,
it.
you needed a nap.
We got some beautiful people here and have become regular.
Super duper. Yeah, I don't know Andrea, and insert
Hello.
Brian I know.
You'll get to know.
I'll be
Mm.
around.
I'm
No.
sure I will. And then, of course, there's always Jeff,
Right.
but
It's always Jeff.
always Jeff,
The one and only.
the
Oh,
one.
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Uh-huh. The jellyfish.
So I got this one. I'll
some
read
kind
it.
of fish, Tom.
It says, first seizure in almost 5 years. Hey guys, I have 25-year-old female. I am complete loss for words. I had my first group of seizures in 2020. Since then, I've managed my medications and have been all good. My 5-year free date would have been September 4th. Today I was driving by myself today and had a seizure. I started feeling weird. I never had an aura before, and there was a lot of traffic. Next thing I know, I wake up in the back of an ambulance. I swerved over 2 lanes and over the median and ended up hitting another car. Luckily, the driver was safe and not injured. I am at a loss for words. I hate having epilepsy, and I am going to have to up my doses, which is going to mess me up again. Not to mention losing my license for 6 months. Why is this happening to me? I think the question would be, why would it happen to me? Because you're not supposed to be driving.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking that risk, even though you're seizure free for sometimes. It's up to you to take that risk. But
I've got a saying about that. Once you're epileptic, you're always epileptic. I've seen too many people on here. I don't know any epileptics. I've seen too many people on here who have gone X amount of years, I mean decades, without having seizures. And then one day they had one. So personally, my personal opinion is once you're epileptic, you're epileptic.
Tom 101.
Yeah, that's it. Tom 101.
I was waiting for it.
Somebody come up with it.
Told you I'm gonna get a shirt that says Tom 101. But
I say I'm gonna get it right here.
I sent you one. The first
My wife says I've got a lot of them. I'm
yeah,
very opinionated, I guess.
Do you think a lot of people have difficulty accepting that philosophy? They're in denial
Oh
about it.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because so many people don't want to believe they're epileptic. They have dreams, as I'm sure everyone does, of not being epileptic sometime in the future.
Certainly. They're young and they got
Yeah.
lives they want to live. And yeah, I mean, I would agree. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But just in reality, from my point of view, Tom 101, I mean, I've seen it too many times. You know, I don't know how long the longest I've gone without a seizure. I don't know, but there's been times I've gone quite a while. But then there's times when I've had them back to back. I just don't hold out any promise of not being epileptic again.
right, me either. Once you're epileptic, you're always epileptic.
But
Yeah,
then what you have to do is you have to recognize the people around you, the people that you can harm. And I mean, not purposely, but by getting in a car, by doing things that could possibly hurt someone else. So that is a major concern. People that go a year, 2 years, 5 years, and but seizure free, then have a seizure and hurt someone or kill themselves
Worse.
or worse.
The first comment here says, "Oh wow, sorry to hear that. My husband is about to reach his 4-year mark seizure free. Before that, he had them about every 6 months or so. Wasn't driving for several years. If you're in the US, look into paratransit. My husband was using this service to get to and from work. Was half an hour drive each way. It was $3 per way or free if you're low income. Glad you're doing well from the accident." Another, glad you're okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. My heart goes out to you, and I hope you find balance once. OMG, that is so scary. It sucks. At least everyone is okay. It's not your fault. Breakthroughs can happen. It took me a bit to recognize auras. I'm so sorry after so long.
Shame.
Same happened to me. Like 5 years seizure free, then boom. At work, 15 minutes long, grand mal skull fracture, wake up in an ambulance, leave the hospital next day and had another in the car. Still recovering from that ruptured eardrum and 2 huge ass seizures. Yikes. So many other people have went through so much more than me with their epilepsy, and it's amazing to hear so many stories.
Yeah, no.
Um,
I always think, I'm so grateful that that's the other thing. I don't think my epilepsy is that bad because even though I've been epileptic most all my life, I mean, I read these stories, these experiences. I see these kids going around with helmets on. You know, I, that's really, really traumatizing to me. That's so sad.
Kevin, you ever wore a helmet?
Oh,
No, I haven't.
you know, it made me wear a helmet.
You look like a helmet guy.
I look like a helmet guy. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
I don't think I want to.
I look
Take
like
it
a
as you
helmet.
will.
That sounds like a weird insult, but
Yeah.
No, come
if,
on. It
if
looks like
you
you got some
if
common
you
sense, and safety's a priority.
if you walked up to anyone on the
Safety
street
first.
and said you look like a helmet guy, you're gonna get slapped.
Very likely. Okay, another comment here says, "Oh Jesus, I'm so sorry that happened. It's terrifying. I also had the same thing. 4 years tonic free, then bam. My brother stressed me out so bad I had 2 seizures the next day. Best part was he didn't care and was mad that my boyfriend called him out on him. Yay to life." Someone says, "Sorry to hear that. I had a big one after years myself. A few days ago, woke up on the pavement with paramedics hovering over me. Only one outside to that was the paramedic was gorgeous. Otherwise, a total bust. Hope you get better soon. It's so frustrating to know." Mm.
Did that one just say he only went outside because the paramedic was gorgeous?
He said that was the only upside. Paramedic was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotta love
something
it.
else here. It says, "Feeling devastated by my son's epilepsy. We've been on this seizure journey for about 30 years, but still, when the seizures come back, it feels like a sucker punch to the chest. I can't stop crying. It's so painful as a parent to see your kid go through this, not to mention terrifying. How do others manage their fear and sadness?" How do you guys manage your fear and sadness? My fear, I wander around and I walk back and forth, scared, wondering what's going on. That's the impending doom feeling. Those are my times of fear. Other than that,
I don't
Yeah.
have any fear with my epilepsy.
yeah, I don't have any fear with it. Well, actually, I do. I fear walking into someone else's home again and it not going as well as it did the first 2 times. That's what
I haven't done anything crazy in 20 years or more.
I don't want to do that and be like 3 strikes and you're out. This person kill me or something for walking into their home because they have the right.
No, you
Right.
could be dead, yeah. That's a Walking Dead kind of thing.
Yeah, they got to stand your ground. Yeah,
But at least
walking
it's
into
harder to get
somebody-
a gun out there.
Yeah.
And you're in California.
Yeah, we got real strict gun laws and
Out here, like in the rural areas, when we go knocking on doors, you have the no soliciting signs. Then if you're not a Girl Scout selling Girl Scout cookies, don't knock on the door. Or
I got a shotgun.
ammo's expensive, so we don't miss.
Yeah, I've seen signs like that. Don't be. I think one said, might have said, "Fuck the dog, be scared of the owner."
That's a good one.
Like, where do people get these signs from? But I guess people are making them up.
Somebody has somebody solicit them to them.
There's a market. There's a market
There's
for
a
it. There will
market.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have really weird county rules out in PA. I don't know if Jeff knows this, because he lives
PA is
like
so
he
big.
lives like the county over from me. So like they made really strict rules in Philadelphia, but you can go like 2 counties over and buy a gun, no problem.
That's because you're a world away, though.
Yeah.
That
It's
to me,
it's a
there's so
completely different universe, and like
yeah.
there's
What
67
county you live in?
counties. Philadelphia.
Oh, you live in Philadelphia County?
Yeah. So we're 3 million people here, and like
I was Bucks County.
Bucks County is
Lower Bucks, actually. Peasterville, Trevose, Pendle, Neshaminy, Bensalem. That's where I'm from.
that's pretty crowded. There's a lot of people there, but
That's
like
where I was raised at.
oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty dense. Yeah, there are a lot of people
Uh-huh.
there. I mean, but you know, one of the hick counties, you know, with like 500 people, you go there.
Lancaster.
I love Lancaster. I
I
spent a
do
lot of time
too.
there.
The
Yeah, I
wonderful,
said,
real
yeah,
nice.
that's Amish land, but
Yeah,
yeah, probably lax gun laws there.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what they do. They go to Reading or Coatesville or Elk County, and yeah, nobody cares. Nobody does a background check.
Not
I don't
specific.
know anything about guns myself, as far as if it's hard to get one here or anything like that.
It's just a shame to hear the headlines and then hear it from, somebody who was there. So the shootings that all happen every weekend in, Fort Lauderdale and Miami and, anywhere in Dade, really.
Yeah.
They don't tell you everything. That's for sure.
Yeah, I looked up school shootings. I looked up how much there had been this year. And there was a lot this year, and they're not even on the news. But then again, it's not here, so it's not a big deal. But they show us sometimes. They show us there was one school a few years ago they showed us, but we don't really get to hear about those on the news because they're everywhere else. Twisted.
Here's, yep. There you go. I was just about to give a big intro myself.
First comment here says, I can't say how. This is to the lady with the kid with the epilepsy. Says, I can't say how, but my mother told me straight to the face that she doesn't care and that I got epilepsy because I am possessed by the devil. So I guess there is 2 kinds of people.
Epileptics and non-epileptics.
Another one says, I have seen my father burst into tears once in my life, and that was when I had a massive relapse with my seizures, similar to your son. I've been dealing with this for many, many years. I really can't speak on how dad and mom manage to always hide their sadness and stress, but what I can say is that seeing them being positive and optimistic, at least in front of me, has helped me massively. I'm a parent to a newly diagnosed teen, and it's so hard. I am so worried. I'm seeking help from a therapist, which helps, but I know I'm new to this journey and there's a lot more to go through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One more. It says, I am also a mother of a son with epilepsy. Have no words that will take it away, only that I know what you're going through and completely feel the pain. Hugs. Twisted, you got the icebreaker today. How you doing today?
Twisted.
Hi.
How you been?
Hello.
I twisted.
Kate has the
Twisted.
icebreaker.
I haven't met
Would you
Twisted.
rather be able to teleport or stop time?
Teleport backwards in time.
I think
Oh,
it's one or
okay,
the other.
okay. Yeah, we've been talking teleport location rather than time.
Teleport.
Okay.
Then I don't have to worry about anybody taking me anywhere. You don't have to ask anybody. You can just teleport to doctor's
And that's it.
appointments.
You just go where you want to go.
And I have a feeling they're still gonna say you shouldn't be alone still. There's something they're gonna put some circumstances on it. Yeah,
You know, if anything gets regulated, it's going to be a no for us.
they're gonna call
Where
me
you can
like,
teleport to.
Or like how many times a year, or so, you know, so, I don't know. You have to be so many weeks seizure free before you can even plan. Yeah.
right. I check in to my doctor's appointments on my phone, so then it just sends me a message. We're ready for you. So I could be at home and then be like, oh, they're ready for me. Right
They
in the
don't
doctor's.
do that. They only do that at the pediatrician here.
Oh, okay. They do that at Stanford. Yeah.
They do that here, but only for first visit. You have to go to the office physically.
Oh, he's not talking about telehealth, like where they just do a visit over the phone. He's talking about when you go there, you don't even have to go to the front counter and say, you know, no, all my insurance and contact information is the same. I'm just here to check in. But yeah, you don't have to do
Oh,
that kind of greeting
yeah.
every time.
You can just say I'm here. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Tom, did you get the icebreaker?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on with you?
I don't know.
I mean,
She's
you've
not
asked
food?
questions. I mean, you have something going on with your brain.
Of course. Can't see that?
Yes, I answered that. I would like to teleport. I would like to not, I mean, stopping time. I mean, why would you stop time when you can teleport anywhere you want to? Stopping time is like, I don't want to live in this mess if I have a chance to teleport out of it.
Mark looked at it like you can stop time and go to places like he said
That's teleporting.
or not. Like go to places in time and stop places you aren't supposed to be. Like an army base, that's what Mark was saying. Go places that you're not supposed to be when, yeah.
Yeah, but we were like, you gotta walk there if you
Yeah,
stop
That's
it.
it.
You gotta like,
You're saying stop time. You're stopping time right now at 10 minutes after 7.
6 minutes after 7.
Well, whatever. Something like that. I stopped time.
All right.
Twista, is your name Luda?
No. Saida.
Luda?
Zyra. It's like Zyra.
Zyra.
The reason I asked, you look like a friend of mine At Costco.
You've been knocking on her door? Oh, okay.
You've
She
been
said
knock-
that because I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh,
Don't get all excited now.
We weren't. Nobody
How many
was.
times a day do they close doors in your face?
I have a no soliciting sign.
You have a no soliciting sign? We were just talking about those. So you don't want me knocking on your door? Is that what you're telling me?
I own 3 dogs.
Yeah.
And they're big dogs.
A lot
Are
of people have
bull
dogs.
terriers. Bull terriers. They're like this big
Uh-huh. But mean.
and mean.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
That's okay. I'm used to being big.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm not here to preach, honey. Don't worry about it.
And we got another one here. It says, I feel that a seizure has to happen. And the has is in capitals. Feel that a seizure has to happen. Not sure how else to explain it. I've been walking around for days with this low level, in quote, buzz in my brain, like a seizure is gonna happen, knowing the pain and misery they cause. I've been fighting tooth and nail with my regular meds, my rescue meds, but the feeling won't go away. It's almost like I have let the seizures, in quote, come out, for lack of a better term. And somehow I know I can fight hard as I can, but the damn attack will still happen, and probably at the worst time possible. And I'll be left out. I'll be left feeling like a zombie with my every molecule hurting. I truly hate illness. Truly hate illness. The question was,
Yeah, please.
the feeling that a seizure has to happen. I don't get that. I get a feeling like maybe it might happen, but I'm not sure if those are auras or not. Sometimes I just feel like, oh, that was just a bad little thing happening. Thinking it's a precursor to a seizure. Get ready.
Yeah. I get those. But it's not, oh, it's an oh well type situation. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Right.
Just prepare yourself. That's all.
Indeed, indeed. The first comment says, sounds like you're having auras. My neurologist always insisted I could tell only if I would have a seizure a few minutes prior, and anything before was anxiety. Over the last 10 plus years since my diagnosis, I've shown I can often tell the day I wake up, I'll just feel off, and I'll stay feeling off all day until I have a more intense aura for a minute or two, then go into convulsions. So yes, often I wake up and will be going about my day for several hours, just waiting for that off feeling to sort of build up and come to a head, no pun intended, where I break through to convulsions. Another one says, I get the feeling in my mouth, neck, arm, and hand since that's where my onset is located in the brain. I 1000% know this. You're not alone. Thank you for letting me know that I'm not in this alone. I have that aura feeling daily. It's so awful. I can't lay down, or I know it will set one off. I get exactly what you mean. I get the same feeling. I can tell when I have one coming soon and can't shake the feeling till after the seizure. Yeah, that's rough. Feel like it has to happen.
Well, it looks like that's what Twisted gave us in this poster. It explains first is the prodrome phase that says before a seizure. You may notice mood or behavior changes, feel lightheaded, or have trouble focusing. Days before a seizure, you may have trouble sleeping. That's not good.
So your body was prepared for it days before?
That's what I'm saying. I've never put that together.
no, that's a lot.
What I was experiencing before my seizure was preparing for the seizure.
Did you get a aura for days?
Yes.
Tell me about that. How'd that go? My aura, I had the impending doom feeling. I couldn't imagine that a full 24 hours because I got up and walked away when I was supposed to be here. I got up and walked away and walked out, came back a few times, sat down. Yeah, did that a few times, but I couldn't imagine a day or so of that days ahead of time. Were you just like worried all day? Like, when is it coming?
Anxiety and that icky feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, the fatigue feeling. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You like anxiety?
Yes. That anxious feeling, that icky feeling,
Yeah, know what you mean.
that it's coming. It's coming.
Every
No
time I
matter
tell
what you
myself
do.
that, and I try to say it's coming, it doesn't come. And the times where
You
I
know what?
ignore it, when I ignore it, it comes. So when I don't ignore it, it doesn't come. So I'm confused with my signs at the moment.
I feel as though I've talked myself out of seizures before. I get that feeling,
Teach
and
us
I
how,
just,
please.
what was that?
Teach us how, please.
Yeah, no kidding. It's the way I felt though, because I felt I had the Nora, and I just really dwelt on it and was thinking about it, and it never happened. But it was really strong. So but I really put a lot of, thought into it. Not to say I did. It just felt like I did.
Yeah. I had a question for you. I forgot it.
You had a question for me and you forgot it?
Oh, there's a good one here. Just had a seizure just had seizure during a first date with a woman I really like. Went to the bathroom when I felt like it was coming on, but I hit my head pretty hard. She called my sister, handled it really well overall. I was surprised how much it didn't scare her off, especially since the last girl I was talking to ghosted me after I told her I have epilepsy. So refreshing to find someone that doesn't mind. Like 90% of the people don't want to deal with it. I'm very grateful. I mean, if she already had sister's number, she probably was already aware of it.
It's
not scared
like
off right away.
you can control it.
You're still gonna get the check.
Yeah.
Yeah, sister gave me your PayPal. All the comments are just saying you found a special person. You're supposed to say that to, oh, you're supposed to say that to the girl. Assuming it's not a deal breaker for her for a relationship. She already sounds like a keeper. Good luck going forward. Poster says, thank you, me too. She's a PhD student and very interesting to talk to. Had a great time, and I'm so grateful the seizure didn't ruin the date. So this one
No
busted his
wonder.
head and then picked it, kept it going.
No wonder.
Usually Twisted saw that coming up.
In my experience, somebody that sticks with you through medical issues is someone that is going to stick with you through anything.
My wife's that way. I can't believe, when we got together and she just didn't have a problem with it. We've been together 23 years and we're best friends.
Oh.
Oh, stop, I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
Actually, she saved my life. I was a drug addict. I was living in Portland, and we met, and she had me move in with her. But I left all my associates behind me, never turned around. And a year later, we got married, and here I am now. I quit doing drugs, quit drinking, quit smoking, all pretty much overnight.
For you.
I quit smoking. I mean, quit smoking tobacco, cold turkey, and alcohol.
Excellent.
One day I was just like, I'm never gonna drink again. Yeah, because I was here. Gotta be an example, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that. Cold
Tom,
turkey.
our stories are remarkably similar.
What was that?
Talking about Tom.
Oh,
What was that, Pokey?
Jeff was talking to you.
Oh, Jeff, what's up?
I was just saying our stories are remarkably similar.
Oh,
I was a drug addict as well when I moved in with Liz, and I stopped smoking. I smoked 3 packs a day, and she made me stop before she would go out with me, and she saved my life as well. And she's been
awesome.
with me. We've been married 38 years, 35 of which
Congratulations.
I've been 30. Thank you. 35 of which I've been in terrible pain throughout my body,
Oh,
and she's done everything for me.
oh, awesome. Got yourself a good woman there, Jeff.
I do.
So
Good for
happy
you.
you found her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrea.
Right, I need to find me a wife like yours.
They
Liz
don't
Summer.
come around that often.
No, they
Yeah.
don't. So when they
I've
do,
noticed.
snatch them up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's a good cook.
There was a
Right.
question earlier. It said, how do people get groceries while their license is suspended? How do you get groceries, Tom? Oh, you work at Costco. That's easy.
No, my
No?
wife and I go shopping together.
Do you go to Costco?
Yeah. Well, we go to Winco for
Oh,
grocery shop at.
do you get a discount from Costco since you work there?
No, no,
No.
no.
toaster.
And I don't work for Costco anyway.
I told
Hey, Toaster, how you
Toaster.
doing?
I'm exhausted, to be honest, but I wanted to check in on you guys before I laid
Thank
down.
you.
Look exhausted.
Good to see
You all
you.
red and stuff?
Well, tonight was not the night that I expected. We took my son to Taekwondo class, which is normal, and then they were going to have a lock-in. And in my head, the lock-in was going to be, okay, he stays there. Me and my mom go home. I get to jump on here. And he plays games until midnight.
But
No,
You got locked in too, didn't you?
I got locked in too. And it was one of those lock-ins where they take your phones. Like, oh
ooh,
God. It didn't last until midnight at least. I was tuckered out and I was just like, okay. And my mom's like, we're here. Like, thank you. Get me home. I want to go to bed. Because it was
oh,
because I
I-
love Jeffrey. I can keep up with him for the most part. Now imagine 20 more.
Jeffries?
Yes, kids just like Jeffrey.
What age?
Okay, anywhere from like 6 to 12. So it
Oh
was
my.
the range of kids. There were
Oh my.
like 20 kids. There was and there was only 7 adults. So I guess some of you could have just dropped your kids off, but I got locked in.
You
And
checked the wrong box.
yeah,
Oh,
I must
that's
have
right.
checked the
Yeah, there
wrong
you
box.
go.
I must have volunteered for something I don't remember volunteering for.
You should have had someone hold the door for you.
Yeah. Well, no, it's okay. I did. It turned out to be a lot more fun than I thought.
Good. I'm happy for you.
If I
Big
couldn't have
time.
been here with you guys, at least I was having fun.
And how did Jeffy do?
Oh, Jeffrey was wonderful. We played. It's called Panther Tag, and it, it, the kids were like split up into colors. It's like you're the green panther, you're the blue panther, and Master Wilson would draw out a random colored little tiny ball, and whosever color it was, we had to run towards, and whoever tagged that person first gets a point. And of course, by the end of it, no one knows who has the most points.
Well, I'm
Sounds
glad you
like
had
fun.
fun.
Yes, it was great.
I'm glad you had fun.
How are you guys?
Better than Midland, better than some, worse than others.
I heard you were talking about Costco.
Yes, I work at Costco.
Yes.
Yes.
Just got off work?
No, I give out samples, but no, today I took the day off because I had a bad day. Woke up like kind of I was walking into stuff. So
I've had those days.
yeah, I decided it'd probably be best if I didn't go in today.
Well, you sample guys are my favorite people at Costco.
Oh, you stop. I know, I'm everybody's friend.
You are.
That's why I
You
love
always
my
have-
job.
You always have all the best stuff.
Did you,
That's not true.
Cookie? Did Kate get on today?
Yeah, she did. She
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to
You
Crap.
just missed her. She'll be
Well-
back, I'm sure.
Well,
She went to go put her kids to bed, I think.
if she gets on and I am not awake, because I'm going to stay on until I fall asleep, but her birthday is Sunday. So we got to sing her happy birthday.
Today?
Well, today's not Sunday. But or we could do it on Tuesday. I don't know.
There you go. Tuesday.
Yeah. That's closer to her birthday, isn't it?
What's today?
Friday?
The same.
Friday. That's 2 days. I've got brain issue problems.
Rick's birthday is the same day.
Oh, we have a twofer.
2 for there you go.
I got a post here, you guys. It says "dump because of epilepsy." I recently heard a pretty heartbreaking story of someone who dumped because the things got too real. Things being they had seizures which landed them in the hospital. I'm grateful to be in a very supportive relationship. I also have epilepsy, but wanted to extend love and space to those who lost relationships because of something that they can't change. Feel free to share your stories here and be supportive. Go through some comments.
Well, that's
One-
very nice, very kind, very loving post.
Yeah, the first one says, I was in an abusive relationship a few years ago. He didn't care. I was having seizures and would leave the room when I would have one. I left him eventually. About a month later, I ended up in the hospital. I told them about my ex and they said he could have killed me.
Man.
If someone dumps you because of a disorder you have, I'm gonna be honest, that's actually good for you. You don't have to deal with
That's
that
right.
anymore.
Did I
Exactly.
just stop reading and fall asleep?
Did I do that?
I think I did.
Oh, I don't know. I remembered the the text, the title you said was dumped because of
Oh.
epilepsy, I think you said. Oh.
Yeah, then I read the first comment. I think I just started reading something else in my head and didn't read it out loud.
Good job.
Someone said, I made it clear on the first date, tell them straight that I have it, and even say some dudes aren't man enough to handle it. If you honestly like someone, you look past conditions because they're just a bit of an obstacle. I had been in an abusive relationship on every level. He'd use my postictal phase for his pleasure, and I'd learn about it later. The night I left, he grabbed my meds out of my hand and scattered them across the lawn. I was single for 4 years, thinking I'd never find someone who would handle it. I found my now fiance, who has been seizure free. My now fiance, who has been seizure free for 15 years. I don't know how I got so lucky.
Good for her.
Right.
That is really, really good.
But
Yes.
there's another 15-year seizure free.
That's a victory in of itself. And the fact that you found someone who understands, that's good too.
Yes. Yes. We were just saying, if you find someone like that, you don't let them go.
Keep them in your life. They're rare.
That's
So
it.
I'm keeping you guys. You my friends. You guys get me.
Nice. I'll be
Oh.
here. Believe me.
You're gonna make me blush, Toaster. Shoot.
One more comment. It says, I am so grateful to my long-term girlfriend who has been so supportive during me in these bleak times. I can't believe there are people who openly neglect and bully someone because of their condition. I hope everyone reads this, finds that someone special. Don't look too hard. You never do become aware. It's don't look too hard. You never do become aware. Sounds like a seizure drug.
Never too hard.
I
I
mean,
got
I
you.
understand that don't look too hard. I mean, don't look too hard. If you're going to find someone, it's going to happen, but don't push yourself into something that's not good just because you want
Want to.
yeah,
Because you want it to happen.
yes, there we go.
Don't settle just because you don't want to be alone.
Right.
Right.
That's a truism. Thank you for that. For sure.
Gotta stop getting cocky. Every time I brag about being seizure free, 2 weeks, I get slammed. 217. The left side of my body is bruised and I've got a sick lisp. I wish I could feel free. I wish I could feel free, like I'm in my own skin again. Someone talk to me.
In your own skin.
Yeah, I just say you gotta stop getting cocky. You gotta hope that your medication and everything you're doing to stop the seizures is doing it the right way. Which sometimes is right, sometimes it isn't. But yeah. Don't get cocky, because like you said, they come back. I mean, that's embarrassing
Yeah.
when you're cocky and you're telling me, yeah, I haven't had a seizure in all these days. I'm good, I'm seizure free. Yeah, and then boom, have a seizure.
Boom.
Jinx,
comment?
you owe me a Coke.
James, you owe me cross stitching.
James, I believe, is eating.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. What's up? I join in and apparently I owe everybody everything. What's going on here, guys?
did you know you lost a bet?
I did. How? What?
I think we were just talking about this a few minutes ago. Yeah, you remember. You must have had a few seizures. This is satirical, by the way.
Man, what? You guys
My
lost
brain
me.
went blur. Don't worry, you're fine. You owe
I know.
Twisted
It's all good.
Sister
It's
a
all good.
Coke.
Yeah, we're all joking. It's all good.
Okay.
Wait, what did I You got to tell me now. What did I miss out on? What was this bet about?
If you or a Coke, a Pepsi, I think she said. I don't know. Pepsi or a Coke, some type of cola. Not sure why.
I don't know. You jinxed each other, maybe.
I think we
Oh,
all
I was just wondering why.
I don't know either.
Yeah, you owe me a Coke. I don't know why. But I can come get it.
I don't like
Just
Coke.
big random.
Yeah, give me some Crystal Geyser, a nice gallon. There we go. I drink water
You
and
owe me root beer.
water and juice.
Oh, Dr. Pepper for me.
Water and juice.
Ginger ale.
Martinelli's, the sparkling apple juice. Oh, dude, that I love that stuff so much, dude. I don't care if it's the cranberry, the peach, the different mixed flavors they have, even just the plain. I love Martinelli's.
This is apple
Like,
juice.
Okay, I
Apple
was gonna
I'm
cider.
more.
ask if it was the OG orange juice.
I don't
I'm,
tolerate the flavor of apple juice and whatever juice. It doesn't feel right. Maybe it's because I smoke.
I don't want to
what do
say
you?
it.
You just
Well,
don't. You don't
smoking
like
ruins your
juice.
taste buds.
You don't like juice at all? Like any type of juice, or
No.
I honestly feel really sorry for you.
Yeah, I
Because
feel so
apple juice is
bad.
awesome.
Right.
yeah.
I
I mean,
was
Or
I
thinking
watermelon juice.
Right.
I
peach
I smoke,
and
I
mango
Listen,
smoke all the
nectar.
time, and I still love juice. So it's not. I don't think it's anything to do with that.
he didn't say it ruins your
Oh,
juice,
and
your taste
they
buds.
took my saliva glands.
Oh, that might have something to do with it.
Oh, okay, that's different. That's different. Yeah, my apologies.
Oh, my apologies too.
Yeah, to the stop
Didn't
getting
know.
cocky post, the only comment here. Honestly, I feel that I have seizures every month. So when I'm close to the end of the month and I decide, hey, I'll me all right without my medicine tonight, I end up having one that morning. I get so confident that I'm actually going to be okay, but I never am, unfortunately. I got one here. It says seizures changing. My seizures used to always be grand malls, 3 to 5 a week. I'm on Keppra, Lamotrigine, and Lacosamide. 2 years ago, I had a VNS installed. I rarely have grand malls, but my auras in my right hand start to go numb. Like my aura seizures have changed. Now my lips and fingers on my right hand start to go numb. Then I have a different type of seizure. I call it exorcist ones. My eyes start to roll back in the back of my head, like flutter a ton. It hurts. I'm totally aware of what's going on, but it's like I'm trapped in a box in you. I'm trapped in the box in you. These are now happening 3 to 5 times a week. And the line in my device sometimes is like vibrating the slight pinprick type pain. I can't afford a visit to the neurologist at the moment, and transportation has become a slight issue. But there are plans, but it's like a month out. I just wanted to see if I can get advice from any of the cool kids that live with this too. Thanks for reading.
The cool kids, huh?
I'm one of the coolest kids, and mine changed from
Well, we
tonics.
know you are. That's a given. We know you're the cool kid.
One of mine's, if you need advice, girl, mine's have changed from tonic clonics to shaking and convulsing and all that.
Bacon and bacon.
To now I'm just taking off in certain directions.
The floppy fish.
No, I kind of just went
Floppy
somewhere.
fish.
Fins to the left, fins to the right. Okay.
Oh, before I forget, they do they know do you know that in Margaritaville they 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 greet you like this?
Yes, spins up.
Uh-huh.
Spins up. That's what it means.
Yeah.
It's from a song called, well, Fins.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
about a
learned
girl
something
who
new today.
goes down on vacation, and well, she's the only girl in the bar that looks good, and so she has land sharks trying to get her. Land sharks being, guys hitting on her.
Uh-huh.
Fins to the left, fins to the right, and you're the only bait in town.
Oh.
It can be
It-
rough.
it's
Oh,
it's
that's
funny.
cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. I like
I
that.
love Jimmy. But yes, spins up. I love Margaritaville. Do you know what time it is in Margaritaville?
5 o'clock somewhere.
Sister knows.
All right. Well, um,
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say mine's kind of graduated. I mean, graduated. Mine changed. I say they graduated. They went from tonics to wandering off, and the wandering off has been a big change in why I don't do a lot more than I used to do, because that was actually the third time. So, third time's a charm. You gotta just stop, change your moves, change what you're doing. Because wandering off is not fun and it's kind of scary. Um, the last time I did it, if you weren't here, I walked into someone's home, and beforehand I was what was I doing? I was at home and I stayed on this fourth floor, and I woke up on the second floor, on the floor in the hallway with no shoes on. This is an indoor apartment, so I'm in the hallway on the second floor, and then this guy walks by, he says hello. I said hello. He kept walking. I got up and I followed him. No shoes and everything. And he keeps looking back, because obviously it's weird that another grown man is following you. So he stopped at his door. Then he looks over and he sees me. And he's just looking at me because I stood right next to him. Then he unlocked the door and pushed the door open. I just walked in, went to the living room, laid on the couch. I told him, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I know someone here. And he was like, no, you don't. And I was like, yeah, I know someone here. And since I had that postictal headache, I just laid down on the couch like this. And then he sat at the other end of the couch. And he told me that he said something, and he said he think I must have got irritated by what he said. And then that's when he said I got angry, and I kind of just stumped off and left or whatever. But I put the pieces together the next day, because when I got back home upstairs, and that's what some friends told me. They were like, you were crying a little while ago. And we don't know why you were crying, but you were crying in the mic so much that we had to mute you. And they was like, you were still playing, but you were crying. And I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, you were still playing, but you're crying, so we muted you. And it was like, when you stopped moving, is when we unmuted you and you weren't there. And I was like, okay, yeah, you guys are putting a timeline together for me. So that's how long I was gone. It was between 20 to 30 minutes, because my controller stays on for 20 to 30 minutes before shutting off, and it was still on. Yeah, so basically I left them, and when I got back home, they told me what happened. So I put all those pieces back together, and I was like, okay, yeah, I remember this, and this, waking up on the floor and all that. I wanted to apologize to him the next day and told him to apologize for, walking in your house and so on. Can't say I won't let it happen again, but I can say I have seizures.
But he
so.
remembered you.
Yeah, he was like, I seen you have so many seizures outside this apartment complex once upon a time. And figured something was going on, because
I think that's what saved you.
yeah, he was like, I seen you get taken off by the ambulance so many times that I figured something was wrong. He was like, and then he looks kind of out of it, like you hadn't slept in a while and you're drowsy. He was like, you're kind of drag ass how you're walking, just kind of lazy walking. I don't exactly remember that. I thought I was walking regular, but I don't see me from outside looking in. So
Dude, Pookie, you could have been shot.
Right. There was another situation like that where I walked into another house, but it happened to be a rehab. So they didn't shoot me. They were trying to just get me out of there. And then I was cussing them out. I was like, fuck you, this is my house, you get out. And we're back and forth bickering, you get out, my house, you get out, this is my house. And then I guess I think eventually I had a tonic in their house, and then they called the ambulance. And then there was this one guy, he was like, I seen this guy down there before. In front of that apartment complex, get put in the ambulance a few times. And then he was like, I'm gonna go down there because I know the people he was hanging out with. And he went and got my family. Having too many seizures kind of paid off, I guess. He was like, I seen you over
We're
there.
one of the cool kids.
Yeah, I know you were having seizures down there with some people I met a few times because you had seizures a few times. And that's how it went. He was just like, yeah, I just went and told your family, and it went pretty well, I guess. They took me home, the ambulance checked me out, and they let my family take me. So the last situation was kind of not, well, I didn't walk into anybody's house, but I walked into a store, and being that I knew them, I'm not saying that's why he didn't do anything, but I walked in the store and he said I was just walking around and there's a little island in the store, clothes, bongs, it's a smoke shop. Closed there, there's bongs and pipes and all kinds of stuff. And then he said I did that for 20 minutes, circling up and looking, circling up and looking. Then he said hello or something like that, or what am I doing? I forgot exactly what he said I did. But then he said I said shut up and then walked out. I remember the morning that happened. I don't remember that in particular situation. I remember getting dressed off and on. I remember bits and pieces that day. I remember getting dressed. I remember showering. I don't remember leaving, but I remember being outside for some reason. It doesn't make sense to you. I don't remember leaving the house, but I do remember looking at the street, hanging out at the curb, like, what am I doing? And then I remember being at home asleep. Yeah, but I was told this once. I told the guy at the store what had happened. He was like, I think I've seen you do that here before. I was like, oh man, another story again. Luckily, I didn't steal anything or break anything or anything like that. Luckily, I didn't get hurt.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, Jeff. Have a good
Night,
night.
Jeff. It was great seeing you.
See you. Bye.
Force be with you.
Live long and prosper,
Live
man.
long and prosper. Take care.
Oh dear. You want me to go into the nerd? I can go into the nerd. I can definitely nerd on that. Okay, so live long and prosper. This was a sign that Leonard Nimoy, the man who played Spock, he was told for an episode, just do something that you think feels symbolic or grand or awesome. Just do something. And he remembered as a child going to shul how the rabbi would always use this symbol, particularly like on the high holidays when invoking God. And so that's what he used. It is a shen, a Hebrew letter, which is rumored to be the first letter in the name of God, which is actually unknown. So, yeah.
I learned something new.
But yeah, now everyone knows it as live long and prosper. Or if someone says live long and prosper, big Trekkies know the response. Peace and long life.
You always teach me something, Toaster.
Yes. Okay. Nerd rant over.
Please take your medication as prescribed or whatever works for you. We're not doctors.